Three, two, one, let's get it. Okay, let's go. Welcome to another episode of What's Your Problem, the podcast. I'm your host, Marsh Bice, and I hope by listening to these episodes, you'll develop the skills necessary to face the universal problems we all face: adversity, uncertainty, and complacency. And so by listening to these episodes, developing the skills of communication, curiosity, creativity, continuous learning and action, and productive confrontation, the 5 C's, I call them, you'll be able to handle the adversity, embrace uncertainty, and never settle again. Today, man, I want to talk about one-way doors versus two-way doors. And I love this idea from Amazon's Jeff Bezos. By the end of this episode, you'll be able to beat your procrastination, make decisions quicker, and actually take on a little bit of risk. Risk is nothing more than a statistical calculation. That's all it is. And so if you want the odds to change, then you got to lay a bet down. And so many times people look at risk as if it's a gamble. It's not a gamble. It's a calculation. And sometimes we just don't calculate everything. And so you want more, yet you're not willing to play more. And so you can't grow something without taking on a little bit of risk. You got to take on a little bit of water. So let me explain one-way versus two-way doors for concept. One-way doors it's the point of no return, meaning the door is slammed. I make the decision, there's no going back. That's a one-way door. Two-way doors are I can make the decision, but I can always go back. They're of lower consequences, they're not fatal, and I can either go back to where I was or, cool, I can start again. That's a two-way door. When you look at it like that, most of the decisions in your life are two-way doors, but we make them one-way doors. Without trying anything, we just bark out why something won't work or why today's not the perfect time, and then we end up not doing anything. And many times you don't make a decision because you're scared to fail. The feeling of failing is icky, isn't it? I mean, it sucks. And also, you don't want to fail in front of others. So we don't make decisions, and we just kind of ride it out. And so we kind of protect where we are today. See, you've worked hard to get to where you are today. I get it. And you've gone through a lot. But if you look back in your days, you took risk to get to where you are today. You just didn't call them two-way doors. You probably didn't have much to lose, and so you said, fuck it. But today, because you're at a level, a title, you've amassed so much, we protect our ego, or we become our own weatherman. And so you're waiting for perfect conditions, blue skies, clear sailing, and then I'm going to take the leap. No, you won't. No, you won't, because things are going too good. And so this becomes this vicious cycle. I'm laughing because I've done it. This becomes this vicious cycle of you ride it out, you wait for things to cloud up again, and then you say, I'm telling you, man, next time it's blue skies, I'm going to do it. And thus, 20 years down the road, you're still stuck in the mud. You're not where you want to be. You're behind the 8 ball. Why? Because you looked at everything as a one-way door versus a two-way door. You must understand that what got you to where you are today could be the very thing that's keeping you from going where you need to be. In other words, what was once a ceiling and you stretched for it, once you got it, it became the floor. But the floor has now become an anchor, and your ass is glued to the floor because you look at everything as a one-way door versus a two-way door. You got to embrace the idea, if I'm failing more than you, I'm winning. Failing is a process. So if I continue to work the process and I do it more than you, I'm going to beat you every single time because I keep coming back to it. So stop procrastinating. There's no more research that you got to do. There's nothing else you got to buy. Start with free. Work toward what you want. Earn what you need. But start with free. Start with what you got. You don't start because you're looking at the finished product. It's not going to be a finished product. The idea that I had for this podcast is nothing like when I first started back in 2017. Ain't nothing like it. It's taken on so many iterations and messages and ways of thinking and communicating and ideas. It's gone. Hell, the name has changed 3 times. It was the Sales Life. Then it was the Marsh Bice podcast. Then it was What's Your Problem? You know, I thought about this morning. I thought about naming it, Why Don't You Grow Up? Meaning grow up. I started playing with that idea. I'm not tethered to anything. If the message is clear and concise and will help you sell your way through life and be able to embrace uncertainty, handle the adversity, and never settle again, bro, that's exactly what I came here to do. That is it. And while I'm talking to you, I'm living it for me. I got to do the same damn thing. So, dialing this back in, you got to take some risk. And when you get to these points of hesitation today, just say, is this a one-way door or two-way door? Am I protecting my ego? Am I scared to fail? Well, you're going to continue to shrink into mediocrity. And most of the things that you come across today are two-way doors. It's no big deal. You can go through them, and you can always go back. And hell, it'll give you something to talk about today. When you're drinking a beer with the fellas, y'all get to laugh about something. If you didn't take risk, what would you ever talk about? If you didn't fail sometimes, you wouldn't have things to laugh about. So it's these risks that you take, and most of them are two-way doors. Some of the risks you can laugh at. Some of them you can thank God for because you took the risk, you embraced the uncertainty, you stepped out there, and you said, let me try it. That's all I want you to do today. And 99% of the things you come across today are going to be two-way doors. But you may come across a one-way door. If you are honest, if it is a one-way door and you know this door slams the minute I walk out, then what I want you to do is don't back off of it. Sit down and write out all of the potential outcomes that it could be. Write them all out. As a matter of fact, I would tell you when you're drinking with a friend, just say, look, this is what I'm thinking about. What are some consequences that you can come up? Because you may be looking at it just through a biased lens because you got to write the good, bad, and the ugly. And so when you write these things down and you have somebody else that you really trust can help you write down some other possibilities, then once you do that, if you can stomach all of the potential outcomes, good, bad, and ugly, don't just look at the high side, look at the low side too. If you can stomach all of those potential outcomes, then go ahead, take the leap. You're going to thank God for it. And if it's not something you can tolerate right now, if you can't stomach it financially, emotionally, spiritually, relationally, we just can't do it right now, then don't back off from it. Work toward it. Work to start. You just probably need some more time. So develop those skills to help mitigate the risk. Get yourself in a better position. It may take a little bit of time. I'm doing that. I want to be a full-time podcaster. It's going to take some time to do that. So what are the things that I can work toward and help mitigate the risk so that way, when it is a one-way door, I can stomach that. I can handle it. And I can go through that door and open up new possibilities. Sometimes you're going to find, too, that what is a one-way door today, and you don't give up on your dream. You don't give up on what you want to get to. And you work toward mitigating those risks. That time that you put in actually becomes a two-way door. And you're able to explore possibilities, kind of a sampling of a sort. And so you're able to try different doors. It's no big deal. Didn't work. Step back. I'm still good. I'm not mentally, relationally, financially wrecked. It's just a part of the process. And this is how you get to a next level. This is how me and you level up. This is the end of this episode. All right? Share this with someone else. One-way door, two-way door. All right? You decide. Keep it simple. Keep it moving. Never settle. Stay tough. Peace.